you say is your greatest strength?
I'm very responsible. Yeah.
Can you give me an example?
In my last 2 jobs, whenever there was a major issue, they always found out I was responsible.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Gango, how's everybody doing, man? Welcome back to Man Blue FC. We're about to jump into another reaction video. And before we do, I just want to disclaim that I'm off the back of a West Ham United versus Chelsea match, and it was devastating for the home side, guys. On the flip side, you know what I mean? We have to congratulate Maresca and Estevao looked absolutely incredible in the match, and the rest of the guys, the goal scorers. You know, you guys were pretty solid, so I'm guessing you're going to have a very good weekend. But on the other hand, people, how is Graham Potter still in a job? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, how many clubs does this person have to ruin before the Premier League realizes he's just a cancer, he's a fraud? Because I distinctly remember a few seasons ago, he almost relegated Chelsea, and now it looks like he's about to do the same to the Hammers. And you know what I mean? The one good grace that they have out of this is the fact that it's the beginning of the season. So then I'm guessing they'll have time to kind of replace him and get rid of him before, things get terribly bad. But anyway, besides that, we're about to jump into this Don Robbie reaction. We're reacting to the Transfer Daily Show from today. Oh, yesterday, really, because it's past midnight. But anyway, you know what I mean? We're about to jump into this, and not much to say about it, man. Let's just jump right into it right now.
Of course, I'm in a good mood still. In a very good mood, because I'm telling you, Andrea Berta, pick up yourself, man.
The new superhero people
moving in this transfer window has been absolutely brilliant. Eberechi Eze is still the name on every Arsenal fan's lips. This has been a great transfer window. Victor Gyökeres, we needed a striker. It was looking like it's going to be difficult to get done. We done that. Zubimendi, Norgard, Madueke. The Madueke signing now that I know that Madueke is going to be playing on that right-hand side, I'm more than happy with that. For Madueke to be playing a backup to Saka, because he's very good on that right-hand side, right? Christian
Saka's one of these players that you rarely ever see get substituted. So we'll just see if
really good signings.
What Don Robbie says is accurate, then we'll just see how much
that was the first
playing
one through
time
the door, by the way. And what a good signing that was as well for £5 million. When you saw that,
but Arsenal do get ravished by injury, so it might be more than we expect.
Right, so some really, really shrewd business has been done by Andrea Berta. Now, Eberechi Eze, a lot of people were expecting him to play last night for Crystal Palace in the Conference League game. They, of course, was playing a Conference League qualifier. Under the deal, apparently, that Crystal Palace were doing with Tottenham had agreed for him to play in that game. However, Arsenal weren't having it. They said, no, we're paying a lot of money for him. £67 million. The last thing we want is for him to get injured in that game. We don't want Eze to play. And Eze did not play in the game at Selhurst Park last night, which they won 1-0. And he's said to be doing his medical today and will sign to be an Arsenal player today. I'm also being told that he could be unveiled on the pitch against Leeds tomorrow, which that would be brilliant, and that would be a big boost as well. Remember, we unveiled Gyökeres on the pitch over there in Singapore.
Right.
Well, they're set to unveil Eze on the pitch. A dream come true for him. Remember, boyhood Arsenal fan, and now he's going to be playing his football on the carpet, and I cannot wait. I don't think he'll be obviously in the team or squad for the game against Leeds United, but if all goes well, should be fit, well and ready for the game against Liverpool next week. And
what a crazy debut, guys. Talk about pressure.
Good signing to have coming into that game against such a good team, the champions Liverpool. So a great signing. Set to be completed today.
Although it's not nailed on, you know what I mean? Knowing Mikel Arteta's antics, he might just save him from that match.
He's coming.
That's what I expect anyway. There's been a lot of Arsenal fans seem to believe he'll be starting, or at least make an appearance in that Liverpool match.
It was all because of the Havertz injury. But what I've been hearing is that the Havertz injury has been more tied into the fact that Trossard has been given, this new improved offer by Arsenal to keep him at the club because they didn't want to lose another attacking player. Of course, remember Trossard can play as a striker as well, a second striker.
Yeah, how has
So
that
he'll be
worked
able
out?
to
You know,
also
guys,
cover,
like Arsenal's
Havertz. Noted
de
that they
facto
didn't
striker to
extend
me
his
is always
contract,
like
just gave
Mikel
him a better
Merino.
pay rise.
I
We don't
think
know how long
nobody
Havertz
else
is
can
gonna
kind of
be out
fill
for.
in
Mikel
those
Arteta's
shoes
doing a
more than
press
like
conference
him. Not
today.
even
I'm
Kai
sure
Havertz, to be
he'll
honest.
enlighten us more about that. But what I'm understanding about it, and go and watch Invincibles, Marty was telling me, but he's got a very, very good source, Marty. He told me the details of it. That Arsenal were always in for Eze and knew that Eze wanted to come to Arsenal. They only really accelerated it because Tottenham was starting to look like they could get the job done. So great business by Arsenal. Again, they've been securing these deals. They've been getting, everything in place and in order. And to nick this one from under the nose of Tottenham, the way they've done it was absolutely brilliant. So great signing for Arsenal, and he's signing today. Now, what about this link to Morgan Rogers? Saw this link yesterday. I forgot to even mention it in all of the noise that was going on around the place.
Old Man City
with
player?
£80 million
That
move
is crazy.
to Arsenal, amongst other clubs as well. Listen, I see this deal as highly unlikely. Maybe if we hadn't got Eze, maybe
80 million
we
is
might
crazy,
have turned
yo.
to Morgan Rogers, and I don't think there would have been no way Arsenal would have been looking to pay £80 million. Morgan Rogers, of course, who won the Young
Yeah, those
Player
are
of the
Saudi
Year
numbers,
award at the
guys. Like,
PFA
I don't know if
Awards
any
on Tuesday.
Premier League side is willing
But
to
he
like
has since
fork off
as well
that
come
type
out and said
of,
that he's happy at Villa.
scratch
Even though that doesn't
for
necessarily mean he's
Morgan,
going
who
to
is,
stay there come the end of this
in
transfer
his
window.
own right, a
But
very
I do not think
capable
it will
player.
be Arsenal that will be in for Morgan Rogers now that they've got
We'll just
Eze.
see. Maybe like
I
they'll
think
accept
you
like a
can write
bid
that
of
one
like
off,
70
even though,
or
I've
maybe
had
like
a lot of people
65 for
messaging
him.
me asking me,
And
are
by
we going
them,
to
I
get
mean
Morgan
Aston
Rogers as
Villa.
well? Even though the rumours are there again today, for me, no chance of us getting Morgan Rogers. Carl Hein. Now, of course, we've got to move players out. You know what I mean? We've been bringing players in. A lot of players have, spent a lot of money this transfer window.
$1
We've
billion.
also got to move players
Well,
out.
not just
Carl Hein,
in the
of
current
course,
transfer window,
third
but
choice goalkeeper
in total.
now. Well, not even third choice, fourth choice, because Setford's in there. You got Kepa and, of course, David Raya. Hein, who was on loan at Valladolid last season, is set now to move to the Bundesliga on a permanent deal. Even though there are some reports it could be a loan move first, then permanent, to Werder Bremen. Now, final details are still being sorted out on his contract, but the deal is expected to be for around about 3 million euros, which is around about 2.6 million pounds that they're getting for Carl Hein. But Carl Hein set to leave Arsenal on a permanent deal. And what about the deal for Fabio Vieira? This one's been going on now for the past couple of weeks. That Fabio Vieira's chances now have gotten even slimmer now that, Arsenal have brought in Eze. Of course, Wanyeri's been promoted up. You've got Madueke who's coming in that forward line. Just no real chance of Fabio Vieira getting game time if he remains at Arsenal. Stuttgart have been the team over there in the Bundesliga that have been trying to buy him. And David Ornstein reporting today that they're still trying to push to get this deal done, Stuttgart. But the deal's more likely to be a loan at this stage with some sort of obligation to buy. Discussions are still ongoing, and they're
Wasn't
still trying to
Vieira on loan
sort out a final
in the
fee
previous
for
season?
Fabio Vieira, but Fabio
If so,
Vieira
where was he? 'Cause
set,
I don't,
to go to
it's not exactly
Stuttgart
a
over there in Germany, and of course Arsenal now are going to
star
be
player that
concentrating
you
a
can
lot
like
in this
kind of
last
keep
week,
track of.
also of the transfer window,
Not for
in
me,
trying to
anyway.
shift some players out of the door to try and bring some money in. They're never going to recoup all the money they've spent this window, but remember they didn't spend any money in January. So they're always going to have a lot of money to spend in this transfer window. So those are the transfer rumours for today. Don't forget, we keep you up to date with all of the transfer rumours. You've seen us this week, breaking news on Eze, Trossard, all of those things. So you won't miss a thing. All you got to do is subscribe here to AFTV, and we will keep you updated. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Shout out Don Robbie, man. It's a very... Maybe pause the video. It's a very slow news day at Arsenal today, and a lot of these things kind of got me thinking about other things. I'll get into it, but the main thing is obviously Eze's unveiling, his impending unveiling, and apparently he's scheduled for a medical, so everything is moving kind of fast, guys. the one thing that he said that made me think about something else that isn't Arsenal related was Vieira's potential loan move to Stuttgart in the Bundesliga. And it made me think, like, while I was listening to it, and I kind of drifted off and thought, what's the deal with Alejandro Garnacho? Because the last I heard of him was he rejected a move to Bayern Munich, which in my eyes is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Aren't Bayern Munich like the current Bundesliga holders? And you know what I mean? They're like year in, year out favorites to do well, at least do well in the Champions League. You know what I mean? So why would you forego that if you're Alejandro Garnacho? I don't understand it, guys. A lot of people are saying that he's expecting a move to Chelsea, and Chelsea aren't, or not that I know of, but they haven't been vocal about that at all. So I don't know how that's going to work out. You know what I mean, guys? Like, I didn't hear anything interesting. You know what I mean? There's like a bunch of people they want to sell off, maybe like a few people they want to bring in. But then you heard the prices he was bringing up, like 3 million euros, 2-point-something million pounds. It's like very insignificant players, but players that I don't even know of, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's just about it. We're playing Tottenham Hotspur at the Etihad tomorrow, so I'm psyched for that, guys. I already got my you know what I mean, my little uniform on, you know what I mean, in anticipation. I'm about to go to bed though. It's been a long day, guys. So I like the fact that the match is nice and early. I would have expected it to be on a Sunday evening, but you know what I mean, lucky us, it's we're having it on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, apart from that, man, I just want to tell you guys I appreciate the support, man. You guys are amazing. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment if you have to. I'm gonna catch you on the next one, man. Peace out.